In about 3.5 months, the biggest video game ever made is going to expose a problem Microsoft has been avoiding talking about for years. GTA 6 launches November 19th. And if you own an Xbox Series S, the console Microsoft sold as the affordable way into this generation. You might be getting a very different game than everyone else. What we actually know. Let's talk about why. First, the facts, because there's a lot of noise around this game and not all of it's accurate. GTA 6 is confirmed for November 19th, 2026 on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. Take-Two's CEO Strauss Zelnick has confirmed that date is on track, with marketing ramping up through the back half of this year. There's no PC version at launch. Based on Rockstar's usual pattern, that's probably a late 2027 or 2028 story. So if you're a PC player, you're waiting regardless of what console you compare here. Standard Edition is $79.99. Ultimate Edition is $99.99. The complicated part is what happens when this game actually has to run on 3 very different pieces of hardware. The Series S problem, explained simply. Here's the core issue, and I'll keep this simple even if you don't follow hardware specs closely. The Xbox Series S has 8 gigabytes of usable RAM. The Series X has roughly double that. RAM is basically short-term memory the console uses to load textures, characters, and the world around you in real time. GTA 6's world, Vice City, the scale of it, the density of NPCs and traffic and detail, is reportedly the most ambitious open world Rockstar has ever built. The concern from analysts and hardware watchers is that the Series S may need to drop resolution significantly, potentially down to 720p when it's rendering at full detail, and ray tracing, which by every trailer we've seen is deeply baked into how this game actually looks, might be scaled back dramatically or turned off entirely on that console. That's not a small compromise. That's potentially 2 different visual experiences of the same $70 game. This isn't a new problem. And to be fair to Microsoft here, this isn't a new fight. Ever since the Series S launched at a lower price point alongside the Series X, developers have quietly complained about building one game that has to satisfy both consoles at once. We've seen other big titles ship with Series S versions running at lower frame rates, reduced draw distances, or delayed patches specifically to fix Series S performance after launch. The difference with GTA 6 is scale. This isn't a mid-sized studio's action game. This is the most anticipated release in the history of the medium, made by a studio with basically unlimited resources and time. They've delayed this game twice already specifically to get it right. So the real question isn't, can Rockstar do it? It's, what do they sacrifice to make it work everywhere? What Rockstar is actually saying. Rockstar hasn't given us Series SE specific footage yet, which itself is telling. Usually if a version is looking good, you show it off early to kill the doubt. What we do know is that Rockstar's entire philosophy across every mainline GTA has been every player experiences the same story, missions, and online world regardless of hardware. The visual ceiling changes. The game itself doesn't. If that holds here, a realistic best-case outcome for Series S is something like a stable 30 frames per second with meaningfully reduced ray tracing and a lower base resolution upscale to your TV. That's not nothing. That's a completely playable, fully featured version of GTA 6. It's just not going to be the version anyone's using in comparison videos or 4K trailers. The community reaction, and predictably, the internet has feelings about this. Since the trailers dropped, there's been a steady stream of jokes about the Series S not being able to handle it. Comparisons to running the game like a modded copy of Vice City from 2002. Some of it's funny, some of it's genuinely unfair to a console that, for $300, still plays almost everything else on the market just fine. The honest take, Series S owners aren't wrong to be a little worried, but worried and the console can't run the game are 2 very different things, and right now everyone, including me, is speculating based on specs, not actual gameplay. Where this actually leaves you. So if you're trying to decide what to play GTA 6 on, here's the actually useful takeaway, instead of just doom and gloom. If you're on a large 4K display and visual fidelity matters to you, Series X or PS5 is the safer bet, full stop. If you already own a Series S and weren't planning to upgrade, you will very likely still be able to play the entire game, missions, story, online, everything. You're trading visual ceiling, not access. I'll be doing a full follow-up once GTA 6 actually launches November 19th. Real footage, real comparisons, no more guessing. If you want that when it drops, subscribe now so it actually hits your feed. This is Consolyte, gaming news, reviews, and everything the industry doesn't want to slow down long enough to explain properly. See you in the next one.